Here I am. Hey, wow, man, I gotta clean these glasses. I can't see anything through them.
No, I hear you. There's something wrong.
Oh,
I don't
get.
know. There you go. That's the problem. Okay, all right. Now it's a party. Here comes the big Brad.
Hey, Dr.
Big Brad. Hey, Lori. Can't hear me.
No, she
Hey,
said, "Hey,
hey.
Dr. Clockus."
I
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I realized
Hello,
she was talking to you.
hello, lawn chair people.
Yes.
Children of the lawn.
Children of the
Children
lawn.
of the lawn. Yes.
It's okay, Angus. You're new. It's only like 2 years. Okay, so let's see. We're waiting. Okay, Brad. He's
Look
coming.
at it. Aha!
That's nice.
That's better now. That's better.
much better. That's much better. See,
All right.
this is a funny part. You know, whenever I imagine in my mind, anytime the TV goes down, you know, you're watching a program and all of a sudden it just goes blank, right?
Yeah.
I imagine like 100 people in the control room going nuts to try. You're just sitting there going, "Yeah, okay, give me another chip."
Look,
Hey, Brad.
pink
Hey,
squirrel.
Brad.
Oh,
What's happening, Dr. Cluckus?
How are you, Brad? I am well.
I'm good.
Yeah, having a bad hair day today, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
you know, me too.
well, you know, wow, I was gonna.
Wait, we got another one.
Hey guys.
Hey, Chloe.
Look at that! Hey there!
I'm
Oh,
Steve
wait.
Luongo.
Hey there,
Hi.
Miss Scarlett. I love the hat.
I think I'm having a bad hair day, so
Oh, we're going country.
yeah,
Yes.
that's true
Dr.
too.
Caucus.
Well, that's all. You know, listen, you got to do what you got to do. I have. I'm gonna pause this. Okay. Welcome home, kids.
Thank you.
Good to be home.
Oh, wow.
And the hat's really a bad hair day.
You know, it's only so good today, so you know.
She just wanted to get, she's in character today.
Oh
You
yeah,
have to
well, you
understand.
know, today's a big day, and you know, this is a good subject, and I think a hat is appropriate.
Okay.
I don't have the instrument that we're going to talk about, but I can wear the hat. Go.
Oh, really? I thought this was about getting paid after the gig. Someone told me.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Give me the dough, bro. Hey, give me the dough, bro.
Well, didn't Dr. Caucus say he's having a bad hair day, too?
Dr. Clockus
Yes.
is always having a bad
Yes.
day.
I think we need to get him a hat.
Did you see any new things in my room there? Huh? What about this guy right there?
I guess, oh, look at the parrot.
Oh,
That's-
yes.
That's Harpo.
Okay, Harpo, very
Well,
nice.
And also that guy there,
Who is that?
That bird?
Black Gumby.
Oh, the Black Gumby. Oh, boy, I got Black Gumby. I got Black
I
Gumby
don't
right
see
here.
Black
There's one right there.
Right next to the picture of you and Lori.
All right. Yeah, well, here's my Black Gumby. Oh, we had.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to go about explaining this to you. It was so funny. On one of the Fridays, I have a regular Gumby. Only when you hold something green up, it looks like it's black.
Yeah.
One of our Friday, our
They
free
know
for
Mousy.
allers.
They know her.
Mousy, you know Mousy, collects unusual
Action
figures.
figures.
Action
And she thought I
figures.
had Black Gumby, and she went, "Oh,
I
I
want
want Black
Gumby."
Gumby." And we all created a Black Gumby, and because we're children, and that's what we do.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Well, you gotta you gotta doll up the the place to make it look fun and interesting.
Yes.
Well, here I thought I'm going to try to get away with this, Brad. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I'm going to try.
Okay.
So bear with me. How do I?
I got the pictures. I'm all set up.
No, this is before the pictures. This is before.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we want to listen to something, right?
We've got something
We've got
special.
something special. We have permission to use it, so go for it.
Here it
Okay.
comes. All right, wait a minute. Here we go. I gotta remember how to do this. And I know how to do it. What? Just go ahead and do
We're
it.
making fun of Brad not remembering how to get in.
Oh well. I
You don't
should.
remember how to do
Okay.
it.
All right. So
It's
how's
been so
how's
long.
this? How's
Let's
this
see how
working?
good you are.
How's this working for you, bitch?
Looking good.
Okay, here we go.
What is that? It looks like a burner
It's a
on
guitar. You're going to hear one of the most beautiful songs to us. Very special, done by a really good friend of ours named Craig Kenning. He is a magnificent guitarist.
Yeah, I got to get the whole
And
thing.
specifically,
Now.
dobro player.
He's a dobro player. He's amazing, and he gave us permission to use his song.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can't get. I don't know why I can't get the whole thing in here.
Craig Kenny.
But anyway, yeah, go ahead. All right, hang on there.
He's the winner of the Chicago.
Well, I don't know the exact title of it, but he has been celebrated many, many times.
Well, the fact that we're talking about this instrument is really all that matters. So, let's listen to him for a second. But I don't know why he's so far. Oh, there we go. Here we go. There you go.
Perfect.
What a beautiful guitar.
Dobro?
Dobro.
Dobro.
Polished aluminum, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna fade him out because it's just so.
No, that's fine.
Well, hey.
That.
Wait, here, let me.
Okay.
There you go.
Whoops, no, I went to the wrong place. Hang on, I gotta get back.
You can fade it out now.
Pretty awesome.
You know, he really is spectacular. Craig Canning, Colby and I became acquainted with him in the beginning of our relationship when we were just friends. And we went.
No, we were dating them.
Kinda.
No, we were dating.
Okay, we're officially we were dating now. And he was playing at a Sweet Bean Cafe.
A local coffee shop here.
Oh yeah, another Sweet Bean on Sanibel.
Well,
It was on
41
41
back then.
yeah. It was
And-
Bill Beans.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, no, not that place, a different place. Yeah.
And they would have live music, and we would go and we listened to him, and honestly we were mesmerized. That song
He
particular.
was just amazing. And if you just had an opportunity to see him play, he's really good. But we just wanted to show some of the music
The
that
magic.
comes out of a dobro.
Right. And what is a dobro? And
I
what And
That's what I'm going to say about the Dobro.
Okay, we have the
To me, it sounds like a cross between a slide guitar, a pedal steel guitar, and a ukulele.
well, that is accurate on all fronts.
Yeah.
And I didn't even look it up.
Well, what it started off as, here we're going to go with kind of an interesting heritage line here. Dobro was originally designed by a couple of brothers.
You want me to start with the Dobro pictures?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Are you doing okay? All right. Okay, I'll go back. Go ahead.
It's a beautiful
And
instrument.
John Doparia and his brother, the Doparia brothers. And it was a breakdown of the name of Dobro. And that's how they came up with the name. But also in Slavic, it loosely means good.
Oh.
Wow. I mean, okay. So let me. I actually do have questions because
Uh-huh.
I've seen wooden guitars with the
Right.
metal piece in it,
Right.
like the one that's, and I've seen all metal ones like the one he's playing.
Let's go to the next picture, please.
Well, the Dobro sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't it kind of sound like Hawaiian-ish, though? Kind of like a...
And, well, a Hawaiian guitar is used in, they also use slide guitar, but a slide guitar in a dobro can sound a lot alike because a dobro they're all resonator guitars. And that's where they can harness the harmonics out of it. And also it's louder than your typical acoustical guitar. And that's really what the Dobro brothers came up with, a way to harness more volume and power out of an acoustical guitar, because they were getting drowned out in, like with other big bands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
did
get that.
good. They did really good.
Yeah, because and it's amazing. So when did they come up with that?
Yeah.
1929, officially for the Dobro. And that was like the third rendition of the resonator guitar.
And so was it all steel or was it the hybrid with the wood?
So in the very beginning, they would do all aluminum, high polished aluminum. It was expensive to make. Very few people could afford them back then. But they were the top because they just could create not just, you saw just bits and pieces of what can be done with this, the harmonics and when they plug it in, it just sounds like angels coming from.
It's beautiful. It really is.
Yeah. It is.
Well, it's it's primarily in an open tuning. It's usually on a major tuning, which is why he's able to do what he does.
He was very patient sounding.
But he got the fact that he played the harmonics on the other side of the bar. When he had his finger, when he had this slide on the bar and was playing on the nut side, pretty impressive. It's an amazing instrument, and it makes all the sense in the world that. It's amazing, and all the people that have used it since then, it's a pretty iconic bunch.
Yeah. I'll start off with David Gilmour. He had a 1933 Dobro resonator guitar model 27. His auctioned off in 2019, $112,000 because. Number one, it was his, but number two, these older guitars, they are just so coveted. They're special.
Wow. That's well, listen, it's
Very cool.
So making it half wood just brought the price down, so people can afford it.
Well, that was one way, and also they were able to get just this. Remember, now that they had the technology of pickups, and they could electrify them, they didn't need to have all aluminum body casing.
Right.
And if you go to the next picture, slide please. That is the heart of a resonator guitar of a Dobro.
Right.
You can see on top of that, it's like a speaker. It actually looks like a speaker with a spider web.
Yeah, and you can see if you look to the top right-hand corner, that's a guitar that has, for those of you, it took me a little while to figure it out. I thought it was a Coleman stove, but oddly enough, to the left of the picture, that's the bridge where the balls of the strings would go in, and all the right way in the top right-hand corner, you can see the end of the fretboard, so it's not strung. So, it would go.
And on this one, you don't see it so much, but you see at the center of where the strings go, where the center of the spider web.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay, right there. Oftentimes they would have a wood piece there, and that is called a biscuit. So pretty close to your oven and biscuit.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, was that for muting the strings?
Yes.
Yeah, because guys used to do that. Bass players, when they want to get that stand-up bass sound, they take it. If that's the bridge down in the corner, they take a piece of sponge and they put it underneath the strings, and the strings just go vibes. Boom, boom.
Wow.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
And
that's their biscuit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, throughout the 30s and 40s during World War II, Hawaiian guitar, you hear that slide guitar, that sound, that can be traced all through this. Many of them were dobro players, and most dobros were played on the lap, or they could be, onto the side, depending on how the neck is.
So then, is that what they also call, because I have patches that they call it lap steel, and it's got that sound. Is that what they're talking about?
Exactly. They would... in fact, a lot of dobro players, anyways, a lot of them, they'll play, when you see them play, they kind of kick the guitar up in a way where they're almost, and they play it with the hand on top like a slide, because that's what they're doing. They're using it as a slide guitar. That's very common.
Yeah. I don't know that I can recall anybody playing it without using the slide. It's just an amazing.
Craig was really good. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
Yeah.
He really plays beautifully.
Yeah, very patient. And
it's amazing.
Feel a lot of feeling.
The longer we do the show, it's amazing the things that we uncover, and listen. I've been in this business my whole life. I can't remember doing anything else, but still, there's so much to learn and so many new people to meet and play with, and it's
it's endless.
Yeah, and part of what now comes alive in let's take it to about the mid '60s. If you turn to the next page, you're going to see next photo. Slide, please.
Slide,
Dr. Cluck.
That was the third one.
We see the next one.
Now we're going to go on to the next set, hopefully.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Make me rock the clock.
Yeah, really.
It's making his hair
There
stand
you
up.
go.
look at
that.
this.
This is a collection of a supergroup called the Highwomen. You may notice some of. In fact, here, can you name all the people?
Yep.
Johnny Cash,
Cash,
Waylon Jennings,
Willie Nelson, and
Chris Christopherson.
Yeah, you got it.
All of them have played either the dobro or slide. And all of them are responsible for an incredible amount of rock and roll. In fact, they all of them were really accredited to what was called the outlaw country movement. And outlaw country was like the really I don't give a shit country. The good country, I like to call it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have Johnny Cash's hair.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
Well, be sure to feed it some carrots. Oh.
Word from our sponsors.
Time for a word from our sponsors.
And then after our sponsors, Colby has a story about.
It's a short story.
Go
to
about
the
this.
sponsors.
That hat had something to do with the dobro?
What is it? A dobro?
She said the hat had something to do with it.
Okay.
No, not really.
I was waiting to see what the hat had to do with
No,
it.
it's the small things.
All right.
I'm trying to
Okay.
get the view back here. Oh, there we go. Are we right again? Okay. All right. Well,
Okay, time for a word
quick
from
word
our
from our
sponsors.
sponsors. Please, sponsors. Sponsors.
Most of you know I live in Southwest Florida now, and one of my favorite places to grab a bite to eat is Jason's Deli. Scott and Diana Willis have been in business here for over 20 years. The truth is, Jason's Deli has bigger choices of better food. You can eat healthy and enjoy the taste of quality ingredients. They're open 7 days a week for dine-in, pickup, or deli delivery. With 4 convenient locations from Naples to Cape Coral, Florida, they are a must-try. Jason's Deli, where all good things come from wholesome ingredients. And Bradley's Jewelers in South Fort Myers. Diamond, bridal, you name it. Estate, custom design, and expert repair. Bradley's Jewelers, South Fort Myers. They specialize in amazing moments.
Ha ha ha!
Mondays!
Yes.
Can't deny the
Amazing
truth.
moments.
It's the truth. Okay, so here's my story, and I guess the hat would be accurate. So when I was 14, I went to my very first concert. I was in New York, staying with some friends, and there was something going on in New Jersey at the Meadowlands Stadium.
Wait, Colby. I'm going to stop you right here because your mom's watching the show. So if it's nothing that you want her to know,
Yeah, I was 14.
I appreciate
I
that.
know.
It's all good. It's all good. So
Okay.
anyway, they took me to what was called the Willie Nelson picnic, and that was Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Linda Ronstadt, the Stray Cats, and some other people I don't recall. And we were in the center of the stadium on the field watching the concert, where I've never been so warm in my whole life. But it was an amazing all-day concert. It was absolutely amazing, and I got to see two many very iconic bands, but Waylon Jennings, obviously, and Willie Nelson being amazing. Of course, Linda Ronstadt always been one of my favorites. But there were a lot of hats that day, and I was very young, so I don't remember all the details. But it was really an amazing event. Something I'll remember as my very first concert, which was a pretty big deal at the time.
Yeah, that's a
sounds
big
good.
deal. I have a sort of a Willie Nelson story. I'll tell you real quick. When I was touring with Leslie West, we were on Willie Nelson's bus because when people, it wasn't, he hired it out. That's the easiest way to keep a bus paying its own expenses. And when we went through Texas and along Mexico and that whole thing and up the West Coast and into Canada. And going into Canada, the drug dogs were going berserk. Couldn't find anything. They didn't find anything. Nobody had them. They were going absolutely nuts. And I was missing my dog at home. And there's these dogs. There they are, standing on these stainless steel tables. And I'm looking out the window and I'm saying, Leslie, look, the dogs, they're happy to see me. And he goes, it's not good if they're happy to see you, Steve.
I take it everyone on the bus had glaucoma.
Right.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next slide.
Slide.
Slide, Angus. Clock us.
Oh.
Leonard Skinner with, at the front man, Ricky Metlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Ricky.
You do?
In Fort Myers.
Yeah, he
I
lives
figured you guys might
Yeah.
know.
I haven't talked to him in a very long time, but yeah.
He is an incredible artist. I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
He really, I don't know which I like him better in, Skinner on his own or Blackfoot or whatever, but I can tell you this. I've been listening to a lot of his music over the last couple of weeks, and I think that the Highway Song guitar solo has got to be one of my favorite guitar solos.
Yeah, it's a great solo. It's a great song. I knew him back when he was with Blackfoot.
Yeah, exactly. Blackfoot, it's just such. Now, what's interesting about that, if you go to the next slide.
Next slide.
Well, do you know, wait, you know Ricky was like the first drummer in Lynyrd Skynyrd?
Yes, I do. I was just about to say that. I was very astute.
He played drums on Tuesday's Gone.
Yes. That man right there is Shorty Metlock. That is Ricky's grandfather.
Yes.
Also a strong inspiration of the song, The Ballad of Curtis Lowe.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite songs, and he mentions the dobro in there and plays the dobro in there, and let me tell you, smooth as silk, the best.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Where got the name Curtis Lowe?
Oh, okay. So, yeah, the name of Curtis Lowe in there really had nothing to do with a person named Curtis or the last name Lowe. But the last name Lowe was the Lowe's Amphitheater that happened to be in Jacksonville, Florida, where they guys all grew up.
Yeah, they're from Jacksonville, oddly enough.
And so is Molly Hatchet, another Southern rock powerhouse.
Yeah.
But you were saying that Curtis, they just used that name because
they just that name.
But it was supposed to be about his grandfather.
Right. It's really based off
his grandfather taught him how to play the dobro.
And look in the background. Boom.
Yeah, look at that.
What an iconic shot. Yeah.
Now, are those all, and I mean, I guess I should probably know this, but are all of those resonator guitars dobros? Not by brand. Are they're by instrument they are, but by brand?
Okay, so here's where it gets tricky. In fact, there could be weeks upon, I mean, like when I was going on YouTube, there are people that have expert knowledge on this going deep, okay? So I can't even hang with these because it's to a science that some of them have gone to it.
Right.
But how it starts off with, there are resonator guitars, and then there is specifically Dobro, which is now owned by Gibson, and still being produced. But all of them have slightly differences. One can have one cone, they have two cone, they have three cones. So everyone says mine sounds better. Listen, when it sounds beautiful, it sounds beautiful. Each one has their own scientific impression, but they all have a very similar feel. And so I'm not going to get into the science of whom's difference, but I will respect each one. National makes some as well.
Oh, National. Now that's interesting because, you know, Entwistle was a collector and he had tons of National guitars. I'm sure there were Dobros in there someplace. I never saw one, but I mean, I didn't go through all 300 guitars.
Yeah,
Brad was telling me about how.
Well, that's kind of where, you know, remember, you know, the last time we were on, we talked about the blues. And in the blues, we were talking about the guitars. And all the guitars, well, if we were to single out an instrument that really kind of connects blues, country, and rock, and all of it together, it kind of really is, and thank you for reminding me, it is the dobro. That is the instrument that's kind of the backbone glue that you can find all of them, you know, adhering to. In fact, I mean, more recently, you know, you've got Cinderella. You know, he used dobro considerably throughout the music. Yes. And an amazing job. Much respect.
Yeah. You talk about the singer?
Yeah.
What's his name? Yeah. He's real talented. He's real talented, that guy. I can't even think of his name.
Yeah, me either.
Lori, please help us when you have a chance.
Yeah, Lori, you know.
For who? For who?
Cinderella.
Of Cinderella.
Cinderella. That's the band. That's who it
the other
was.
band, yeah.
Holy Christmas. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
What happened?
He played in a festival and he couldn't remember the name. Carl Thomas Kiefer.
Yes.
Oh, Tom Kiefer, right?
Yeah, Tom Kiefer. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We played a Monsters of Rock
With
tour.
Striper and
No, it wasn't with Striper.
who was it?
It was Firehouse.
Okay.
Oh, I like
Quiet Riot.
Yeah.
And Cinderella.
And Cinderella.
And I could never remember that the fourth band was Cinderella.
Well,
It was awesome.
all those bands, you know, they all came out around the same time.
Cinderella.
Rat,
They all have long hair.
Yeah. And they
They
were all a little metalish, a little hair band.
You don't see anything. I mean, it's like,
It wasn't like Poison, you know.
no.
It wasn't glamour. It was a
It
little.
was not glam. Very
You know-
good, Kobe.
But distinctively, you know what? I would say Cinderella, utilizing the dobro and some of the classical guitar tones that were in there, I have to say, very sophisticated, some of the music. And plus, Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone, lyrically fantastic. That's such a great song from tip to tail.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, it's an interesting thing that I think that particular instrument, because it sounds the way it sounds, makes you play that way. Because everybody that picks it up does that dobro thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, now one of our children.
Oh wait, one of
our children of the lawn, Brenda Laskow,
Right.
who lives in the Poconos, says that the instrument reminded me of when the levee breaks, the sound of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have used a dobro on that. I don't know.
Oh, very good, Brenda.
You know what? That's very possible.
There you go, Brenda.
Brenda, look it up and find out. Let us know.
Hey, slide, please.
Oh, yes. And talk about the master of hair bands.
He had a lot of hair.
Charlie Daniels. You know, he was such a virtuoso on either fiddle, guitar, slide, slap. I'm telling you, this guy, he was amazing all over it. And, he was one of those progressive country rock artists that embraced a rock tone and actually was one of the first breakthrough Billboard country to rock artists.
Yeah, with
Oh yeah, right. That's yeah.
Right.
Went down to Georgia.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah. Slide.
Yeah, that's great.
one of my favorites,
Who do we have? I can't read it from here.
Marshall Tucker.
Oh, Marshall Tucker Band. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, they're from Spartanburg, South Carolina, and they were known for like a blues, country, jazz, southern rock, very hard to define. And they opened up for Led Zeppelin many times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Must have been a fun show.
I mean, think about it. And
I met Toy Caldwell, the guitar player and the bass player, Toy Caldwell and Tommy Caldwell, brothers, played with their thumbs. They both did. He played bass with his thumb and Toy played his guitar with his thumb. And it was a real unique sound, too. You know, on his solos and stuff like that. Yeah, I love the way he plays guitar.
I love that guy's voice. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And
He's the only one left in the band, I think.
Yes, he is. He's still there.
Yeah.
And when some of the live versions, the Allman Brothers, they would play "Can't You See" as well. Like they would homogenize some of their songs. A lot of them would play either one of their songs many times too.
Yeah.
It was great and just such power. And,
All right. So then
I produced a song for Mark Ford from the Black Crowes, guitar player from the Black Crowes.
Right.
It was his solo band, and Barry Oakley Jr. was in the band.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Monster player. I mean, just it's the roots. It's amazing.
It was a good band.
It was a great band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fantastic. And the only thing, honestly, I wish they wouldn't have so many complications because I want more music out of bands like that.
Yeah,
but
they
sometimes
really great.
the complications may get in the way of good music.
Yep, unfortunately.
But
that's it's very funny. A Clockus, especially for us, take a look at the fiber drum cases. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Wall of them.
It's great. I always love that picture.
Everything else is in flight cases, but the drums are in those are fiber cases. They're the worst thing in the world. They finally made road cases for drums, but that's very funny when you made because I had those for my first big set, and they get trashed pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
we have information.
We have information.
Let's hear it.
Look up when the levee breaks.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what happened, it's not an adobo.
A dobro.
A dobro. It's a harmonica, and during mixing, a reverse echo effect was created, whereby the echo is heard ahead of the source.
Oh, that's an interesting. It's like a inverted reverb. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I just can't imagine that.
Well,
Well, they were known for inventiveness. And
Oh
speaking
yeah.
of
Well,
inventiveness,
Pagey was the producer of that band. He tried all kinds of stuff. I mean, they
Yeah.
just,
and talk about trailblazers, the Allman Brothers band.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was talking to Craig Kenning about a week ago about what his inspiration was on the dobro and resonator guitar work. He said it was when he heard Duane Allman play. He said, he has a lot of his. He was telling me some of the deep tracks on the Anthology albums and the older stuff. He would play and just jam on the dobro and resonator work, and he said it just hypnotized him, and he said, I had no more. And so he got himself a dobro, and he started playing it, and he realized how much harder it was than it looked.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought was interesting. He says he had to work at it to really cultivate the talent.
Oh
And,
yeah.
What always blew me away about the Allman Brothers band, and honestly, until last couple of weeks, until I was working on putting this together for tonight, I didn't realize he died so young. He was only 20.
Oh yeah.
How old?
Yeah. 24.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah.
But he started recording when he was 14.
Yeah.
And so he had a decade of body of work. I mean, it blew me away.
Well, think about it. Derek and the Dominoes. I mean, he did all.
he played on Layla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And how old was Barry Oakley then? Because he died from the motorcycle accident. What, like a year later, right?
yes, yeah.
Duane Allman died in 71. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Oh.
It was almost on the same day or something like that, or the same road.
Really?
You know what?
Like Duane Allman.
Look at Dickie Betts, though, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, you're right. He died a year later, November 11th, 71.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
We lost so many great people before we could have more. It's
I feel honored to have the music, though.
yeah. At least we have that.
Yeah, look at him.
And
Yeah.
they both died when they were 24.
Wow.
That picture really makes me realize how young Duane Allman was.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, he was just a kid.
Yeah.
And his accident was 3 blocks from where Duane Allman had his fatal motorcycle
That's
accident.
like crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it was real close. I remember that.
Yeah. Wow.
yeah. And it's interesting. When I was doing the Wikipedia thing, they said Whipping Post has been considered among the best live albums ever made. And it's funny when you think about the greatest live albums, it really is. It's the standard, because I don't even know the studio version. I don't even know if I've ever heard it comparatively.
Yeah. It's a lot shorter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a lot shorter.
Yeah, but it's a good driving song. I just let me have a highway and listen to it.
Yeah, I grew up playing this stuff, all this Southern rock. I love it.
It's the best. Just the
And
best.
they mentioned Highway 41 in one of their
Yeah,
songs.
they said Highway 41.
I was born in the back seat of a Greyhound bus rolling down Highway 41.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for something now because
I saw
can.
the Allman Brothers used to play for free every summer in City Park in New Orleans, but that was after Duane Allman and Billy Oakley died. But so yeah, I saw him a lot.
Oh,
Greg Allman was like, the head guy then.
Yeah, talk about a talent again.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Florida boys too.
yeah.
So many from Florida. It's remarkable.
Yeah, Florida's a big hotspot.
Florida.
Yeah. Greg and Dwayne were from Florida.
Yeah,
And,
Jack.
Ricky Metlock's from Florida.
Also Jacksonville.
A lot of
Tom
talent.
Petty, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would say that I have the right to request any of them back on the show again. We may have to dive deeper some other day soon on the roots of rock, because I got to tell you, some of the stuff is just so good. I can't help but want to dive into it, talk about it, and share it, and hopefully inspire people to go on and listen to some of that awesome music again. And again, thanks to Craig Kenning to allow us the right to play his music.
Yeah.
Please look him up. I'm telling you, will not disappoint.
Yeah, look up Craig Kenning.
So
Spells it
good.
with double K's.
Yeah.
That should be the name of your segment, is The Roots of Rock.
I'll take
All
it.
right, sure.
Yeah?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Love it.
There you go.
This is great. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. And I'm sorry that I should have looked, not that it matters because he wasn't playing a dobro, but I do have some footage of me playing Southbound with Dickie Betts, which is,
Wow.
that's as close as I got to the Allman Brothers. Well, Barry Oakley Jr., that's pretty close, I guess.
That's as close as you can get.
And the children are loving the show. So there you go.
So,
Well, then we're going to have to get back to Southern Rock roots again, and we'll do it again soon.
all right. So, listen, we'll look forward. We're good for next Monday?
Sounds good to me.
Excellent.
All
Excellent.
right.
Love you guys.
We're back on. We're back on. You guys
All right.
rock. We
I will
missed you.
I will see you a little bit later.
Oh,
You got it.
Look
Welcome
at
back.
Angus. Look at
Welcome
Angus
back.
for
Hey,
it.
see you, see you, Brad.
See you
Okay.
guys.
Love you, Brad and Colby.
Great to see you guys.
You too.
It is fun
It is very fun.
because you're talking about stuff that Dobro. I know.
And Colby keeps going in and out like on that new TV show Ghost. It's all like, she's here, she's gone.
Well, it's like Topper.
Oh, Kitty said she loved the show tonight.